Clematis is Ranunculaceae, the buttercup family.
Open. Oh.
You know what it is?
I don't know.
It's a straggler sometimes.
Oh, it's from the straggler.
I love it. Woolly pod. Okay, if you haven't had a chance to inspect that plant, please do so. You guys all hear me? Let's start with the beginning of this key, all right? So, is this a tree or a shrub?
Tree.
Are we all in agreement? Okay, let's go to key A. This is a tree. Are the leaves needle-like, scale-like, or broader?
Broader.
Broader. We're going to 15. Are the leaves opposite or alternate? Alternate. We're going to 20. Are the leaves deeply lobed or not deeply lobed? Not deeply lobed, right? Going to 21. Are the leaf margins entire and strongly revolute, or are they toothed or entired but not strongly revolute? What is revolute? Strongly folding or curling under. They are certainly not revolute. They're not curling under. Are they entire or toothed or serrated? One of those many ones, right? They're certainly not entire, okay? So we're gonna go with 22 then. The next one. Leaf margins entire or distinctly toothed? They really are distinctly toothed. In fact, they're toothed all across the complete margin, the entire margin. We don't, anyway. Definitely toothed, right? So let's go to 24. Leaves with 5 or sometimes 3 lobes or teeth at the apex, or leaves with several to many teeth.
Several to many.
Right. Again, it's toothed or toothed along the entirety of its margin. So we're going to 25. Leaves toothed apically, usually only beyond the midpoint or along the entire length of the margin. Okay, 27. You can tell I've used this key a lot, haven't you? Okay, flowers and fruits born in catkins, or flowers and fruits not born in catkins. What's a catkin? Okay, go to page 205 in your yellow book, and let's find out what a catkin is. Okay, it's not on page 205. We're going to look for the category of inflorescences. Turn to page 176. Whoops. Okay, on page 176, a catkin is an inflorescence. And an inflorescence is the structure in which there are many fruits attached along a rachis. What are we looking at here? Does anybody know the type of fruit we're looking at here? If you were to come up and pick one off, it's a solitary fruit. So we can go back to page 205 and look at the group of the key of fruits and try and think about what we're seeing here. I'm hearing some conversation over there on the other side of the plant. What are you talking about? Okay, you're getting closer because it kind of looks like a berry, right? It's a drupe. Why do we know it's a drupe? If you pull one off, this is actually quite withered, but you can see there's a little bit of a fleshiness around a very hard stone inside, that big stone on the inside. This is a drupe. Okay, and by the way, it stains. Okay, so this is not a catkin, basically, right? We've learned that it's not a catkin, which means we're going to 35. 35 says, fruit an achene with a long feathery style, leaves coarsely toothed, or fruit other than an achene, leaves more finely toothed. Is this an achene? We already discussed that, right? No, we're talking about a drupe, and the leaves are definitely finely toothed. So we're going to 36. Fruit, a samara with a membranous wing, surrounding the nutlet, leaves lacking glands at the base of the blade, the margins serrate, versus fruit, a black drupe, leaves with 2 small glands at the base of the blade, the margins cerulate. What do you guys think?
Choke cherry.
Okay. We definitely have a black drupe. The leaves do have 2 small glands at the base of the blade, and if you have a chance, I'd like you to come up and view that. Just pick a leaf off of the tree and see if you can find those 2 glands at the base of the blade. They're attached right onto the petiole, and you can actually see them with your naked eye. Those are 2 glands. And then the margins are cerulate. So this is Prunus virginiana, the choke cherry. Okay, so do you think you guys can eat this little drupe? You're not going to get much if you do, because there's such a big seed on the inside, right? But I'm going to turn to this in my book, to page 398, because I want you to see the flowers. And there's no pictures of flowers, that's sad, okay? But what this is showing you is a picture of the leaves with those 2 small glands at the base of the leaflet. And that's a really great thing to remember about how to identify this plant, is those 2 little glands and also that single black drupe. Choke cherry is prevalent along the Wasatch Front. You will encounter it often. Its seeds are important food for birds and other small mammals. You can make syrup and jellies out of the fruit if you want to. It's not really a good source of food for us. And the family is one we've already encountered today. It's the same family as Rosa woodsii. Do you remember the family? Rosaceae. Okay. Any questions about this plant?
Why is it called choke then? Choke cherry? Is it
Yeah, you can eat it.
a big stone or?
Probably because people choke on the stones. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure why it's called choke cherry, but I mean, it was used as a survival food for both Native Americans and the early settlers. But there's such a small fleshiness to the fruit because of that large inner seed that it's really kind of useless. But I have made syrup out of it, and it's a nice tasting syrup. But yeah, any other questions? Okay, all right.